All right, look who's here. The executive director of the Port of Los Angeles, actually here in New York City, sitting next to me. Gene Seroka is with us. Gene, thanks for coming in. I need a state of play. What does the Port of Los Angeles look like at the moment? Is it busy or is it dull?
Good to see you, Stuart. It's quiet at the Port of L.A. Our projection for the month of May is the cargo volume will be down by about 25%. Out of 80 scheduled ships that we expected to arrive this month, 17 have been canceled.
Are they just circling out in the Pacific, waiting to come in?
Not necessarily. What we saw, because importers here in the U.S. slammed on the brakes so hard when the tariffs went up to 145%, ships made extra calls in Southeast Asia to try to fill up that capacity a little bit. So we saw ships moving and picking up extra cargo along the route, but realistically, they're stopped waiting for these new reservations to pick up.
Now, the pause in these tariffs it just lasts for 90 days, that's it. Are you expecting a surge of business as we near the end of the pause period?
Yeah, 90 days is not a long runway in our business. That typically is the amount of time an importer sends an order over to the Asia factory to have the goods produced and get ready to ship here to the U.S. So what we'll see probably is that there was cargo produced and manufactured that's on the ground there waiting for pickup. But it takes about 2 weeks' time for the shipping lines to reposition these vessels back in places like Qingdao, Shanghai, Xiamen, and Yantian. And then you'll start to see that cargo come over. That's about a 2-week trip to Los Angeles. Then we distribute throughout the country. So there's a little bit of a lag here to catch up from where we were.
Now, when the longshoremen come to the port in the morning, I understand they go to the hiring hall. Is that correct?
That is.
So they don't have pre-assigned jobs. They bid on the jobs.
Yes, some are classified as steadies or monthlies, and that's a small percentage overall that go to the same terminal every day. But the majority of the registered longshore members will go to the hiring hall in Wilmington and bid on the jobs based on what they see on their digital board.
So they're not necessarily bound to get a job.
Not necessarily, no.
And there are fewer jobs available these days.
Right. Last Friday, as an example, we only had 8 ships in the Port of Los Angeles. There were probably 300 to 400 dock workers who normally would be out there moving cargo that stayed back in the hall.
This is fascinating. I could go on all day, but I'm out of time. You know how that is. Gene Seroka, thanks for coming to us in New York. We appreciate that.
Great to see you, sir.